Hey guys, Aaron Cybertron Zhang here, and today I'm back with another episode of Road to Ranked, where I climb the online VGC 17 ladder and provide live commentary as I go. Today I'm going to be finishing up with my team, or not my team, my time with Zelda's team. Of course, this team is the team that got second at the World Championships, and Zelda actually made a QR code and put it online, I think yesterday or 2 days ago. So if you want to try this team out yourself, straight from the creator himself, go check out the link in the description below. Also, go give him a follow on Twitter because he's awesome. But we're going to get this episode kicked off right away with Alberto VGC running a pretty standard team. I believe those 6 are actually the 6 Pokemon that Wolf Glick brought to the World Championships, so nothing too crazy there, but Mimikyu Snorlax is always kind of obnoxious to deal with. So, we're going to jump into this episode. As always, if you guys enjoy Road to Rank, please share support by leaving a like in the video. I'd really appreciate it. And the 6 Pokemon, of course, are Arcanine, Tapu Fini, Kartana, Snorlax, Mimikyu, and the Togedemaru. So, if it is Wolf's team, then it's going to be Protect, Belly Drum, Snorlax, Fast Mimikyu with Shadow Ball and Trick Room, and Follow Me, or not Follow Me, Ghost DMZ. Togedemaru standard set, I think it was Specs Fini, Gracium Z, Kartana, and standard Arcanine. So, this is super tricky. Like, without Togedemaru, I'd be more inclined to bring Circuitry, but the Togedemaru is kind of a concern. Mandibuzz plus Tapu Lele might be tempting, because I'm going to go off a limb and assume that is not Mentor or Mimikyu. That honestly seems pretty solid. Maybe I'll go with Mandibuzz Lele this time around, just because that counters Kartana decently. I don't think I really want Ninetales here. Garchomp seems really good, just for overall ground stab. And then, I feel like I kind of need something for the Tapu Fini. Like, I'm still pretty Tapu Fini weak, so Xurkitree is like the obvious answer. So I might bring Xurkitree despite my opponent having a Togedemaru, just because I don't have other ways to really hit Tapu Fini for great damage. So, gonna lock in, and we're gonna see how this game goes. I'm not the biggest fan of this matchup, to be quite honest. I think Specs Fini is kind of a concern in general. But I don't like leading Ninetales against Kartana that has Substitute as well when I know I don't have a Focus Sash. And if I just lose a Speed tie, I lose. And like I lose Ninetales and get nothing out of it. Even if I win, like a Smart Strike will still knock me out. Although I believe Wolves didn't have Smart Strike. And I am, you know, going off a limb here. And that's not a good lead matchup for me, definitely, with the Togedemaru and the Fini. But that's alright, as my Psychic Terrain will go first. So it also means Togedemaru can Fake Out or go for a Zing Zap. Both are quite obnoxious, and you know, obviously I won't have my terrain up, but at least there's no Mimikyu Snorlax. Like, I'm really terrified of playing against that most of the time. So my goal really should be to knock out Togedemaru. I like to Tailwind here, I think, and I could probably just protect Tapu Lele, but you gotta wonder what Togedemaru is doing, so I might actually just go straight for a Calm Mind. Yeah, because you would think it might want to fake out the Mandibuzz to prevent a Tailwind, in which getting a free +1 boost with Lele would be very nice. If it fakes out Tapu Lele, then I get Tailwind up, and then next turn I can outspeed with both my Pokemon. And we actually just see a Zing Zap come out right away, so also not too surprising. You know, that does do a fair amount to Mandibuzz, so it brings me to around 50%, but this is quite nice for me now, as I will be able to get the +1 boost with Tapu Lele, and I'll get Tailwind up. So overall, I'd say probably best case scenario, since I should be able to take a Moonblast from the Fini, although I'm actually not too sure. Maybe not it because it's Specs. Let's see. What? Oh my gosh, I literally hang out with 1 HP. That's actually crazy. Okay, so I know the Tapu Fini is locked into Moonblast. I think that's Specs, I'm pretty sure. So I'm gonna Roost here. I could Calm Mind again. I might get Zing Zapped into Tapu Lele. Maybe I'll just Moonblast Tapu Fini now. Or Psyshock. Actually, Psyshock does more for the defense. Yeah, I'll just go for the damage on Fini now. Togedemaru might Protect, or Spiky Shield. I can't believe I survived with 1 HP. Even if I didn't, like, I get a free switch in into the Xurkitree, so it's not like the end of the world. Or even the Garchomp, actually, probably Garchomp. But yeah, that's really nice. And yeah, Psyshock does just over 50%. I think it's actually one of the reasons why you run Psyshock instead of Psychic on this Tapu Lele specifically. So that's pretty nice to see. So, yep, here's another Zing Zap coming out. Let's see whether that targets Lele or not. It does go into the Lele slot. It does do a fair amount, actually. And here's a Moonblast. We'll see who it targets. Gonna go into the Lele slot as well. Okay. So I actually considered protecting the Lele there. Ended up not doing so. My opponent ends up capitalizing off it. So, Foul Play probably 2 shots Togedemaru. So I can just Foul Play, and the question is whether I want to protect Lele, expecting my opponent to Zing Zap. But I do get a free Psyshock into the Tapu Fini slot right now. So I'd rather go for the guaranteed damage, because I'm fairly confident it's choice specs. I'm fairly confident this is just a copy of Wolf's team. Like, so far my opponent has indicated everything, like, but obviously, like, the Feeny actually switches out. Okay, cool. Nice switch out. Into Arcanine, I'm totally okay with that. That's a free Psyshock into Arcanine. I considered Moonblasting there, but I was like, Psyshock covers every option anyway, and Kartana would be switching. Like, Kartana's the one thing where Moonblast would do slightly more, but I figured I'd just go for it. And this is actually really good, because if Tapu Lele goes down, that's just a free switching into Garchomp, and if the Zingzap goes into Mandibuzz, we saw that I should be able to survive that. So, this game has been going pretty perfectly thus far, other than, I guess, the last one where I could have protected. Although it actually looks like Mandibuzz does faint this time around. Okay. But there's still some... There's another turn of Tailwind left. I'm going to bring out Garchomp, definitely. The question is whether I want to just commit to Tectonic Raging right now, because that will get the knockout through Protect on either of these Pokemon, actually. But I'm more worried about the Togedemaru, obviously. So yeah, I'm actually just going to Tech Rage immediately into Togedemaru. And Arcanine can't really do much here, so I'm actually just going to go for another Calm Mind. If Tapu Lele goes down, that's a free switch in into Xurkitree. If not, that's another boost for me just to put on some more pressure against my opponent. Psyshocking probably covers my options a little bit better, but I kind of just want to go for it here. Just to put, pressure my opponent even a little bit more to target down the Tapu Lele. It would have been really nice if my Berry got procced earlier. Like, I'm just a couple of HP points away from it actually activating, so it's a little bit unfortunate, but no worries. Oh, I actually forgot about E-Speed. I should survive that, actually. That's perfect. Yeah. Haha. Nice. So that's even better for me. Now this Lele is going to get another boost. I knock out the Togedemaru, which also means Xurkitree in the back is covered. Although, I guess I gotta just protect an Earthquake there, but you don't really want to protect in front of a Togedemaru that can Encore you. And Encore is a big deal. So normally, like... I know Garchomp can maybe protect in front of it, because then I can Tectonic Rage, because Encore doesn't affect Tectonic Rage. But with Tapu Lele, like, I felt like I might as well just attack there. I mean, there's no reason really to protect when Tailwind is up, and so, like, the question is whether it's worth it to trade off your Z move there. So if I Psyshocked, I would have been able to pick up a double knockout, which might have actually been better. I forgot about the Extreme Speed option, and but obviously I'm bulky enough to survive that since this Lele is like max HP and defense, and so Tailwind peters out, but that actually works out even nicer because now I just have more HP on the Tapu Lele. I'm gonna assume it's the 4th Pokemon. Yep, and it is that Kartana coming out right now, which makes sense. Which is scary, actually. I'm still not out of it. Like, I haven't won yet. And that's because I'm pretty sure this Kartana Z move, but it also, I'm pretty sure, has Substitute. Both which are issues. Now, Z move shouldn't be able to knock out my Garchomp, but it will definitely knock out my Tapu Lele. So I could double protect this turn, but the Kartana I also know has Substitute. So, a lot of concerning issues here right now. Maybe I actually shouldn't burn the Z move then because of Kartana. If I had Arcanine here, that'd be great, but I brought Xurkitree because I was really worried, obviously, of the Tapu Fini. I'm running out of time here, actually. I'm going to Earthquake and Protect, although I might just get E-Speeded. Okay, Arcanine switches out. I'm okay with that. Yeah, that's fine. Just because... We'll see what Kartana goes for. I think it might Z-move into my Garchomp. I'm fairly sure it will. There's the Z-move. Actually, I should have covered all my options, but I think I survived this. That's the reason why I'm not too worried. And I thought it might consider subbing as well. But if this knocks me out, then you can just target down my Tapu Lele the next turn, and I might actually just lose. So I'm going to assume this targets down. Oh, no, it does target into Lele. Okay, that's really nice for me then. Because now you don't threaten my Garchomp at all with the one-shot, and Lele obviously hangs on. So that was a really scary turn. I considered Earthquaking and Moonblasting, or Rock Sliding and Moonblasting, but, like, obviously Rock Slide does negligible damage, and I was fairly sure the Kartana wasn't Focus Ashed. Okay. So Misty Terrain disappears. That's all fine. I kind of have to EQ here with Garchomp. The question is, do I want to give Kartana the boost? Maybe I Rock Slide and switch out into Xurkitree. But Earthquake 3-shots Kartana anyway. Oh, I almost Sword Stance there. I'm going to Earthquake because I know if Kartana protects or subs, Earthquake covers both of those options, and I'm fine knocking out my Lele to get a free switch in. And I think I'll just go for a Moonblast onto Kartana. Yeah, because my Lele is faster, so if Kartana crits Garchomp, then I'll knock out Kartana with the Moonblast. If it just targets down my Lele, Lele goes down. Let's see who it targets. Yeah, it does target down Lele. So that is a little bit concerning because that will give it a beast boost, which is obviously scary, but I'm pretty sure even at +1 it shouldn't knock me out. And my Zergatry should be able to close out this game at this point. So Earthquake comes out, we'll do around another 35-40% to Kartana. It might actually be in KO range from a rough skin, but I'm actually not sure. It'll be really close. Yeah, I thought I had like full control of this game, but Kartana applies immense pressure when you don't bring Arcanine. Like, had I had Arcanine in the back, this game probably would have been over, but I wasn't expecting to do so much damage against Tapu Fini so early on. Like, if you'd imagine my opponent conserved the Tapu Fini for the late game, that would have been really scary. Okay, so let's think this through. An Earthquake at this point will knock out both of my opponent's Pokemon. My opponent could E-Speed and Leaf Blade to knock out Garchomp. But then I could just Thunderbolt to knock out Kartana. The play I'm thinking about making is actually Earthquaking myself right now. That seems risky. Especially if my opponent double protects here. But Earthquake won't knock me out. Maybe that's too risky. I mean, Rock Slide probably doesn't knock out Arcanine here. I mean, I could double protect, actually. Yeah. I'm actually just going to double protect to scout out, because my opponent can't sub with Kartana anymore. Oh, there's Helping Hand coming out. Okay. So, good to confirm that as Helping Hand as well. So, the move I wanted to make of EQ Thunderbolt would have just won me the game. I'm going to assume this goes into Zergatry. Yeah, but, okay, now this is annoying. There's Leaf Blade, and it did target Zergatry, yeah. So now this is annoying because Kartana has, like, who do you target, right? Do you go for the same play, or do you double protect? Because I can't EQ safely. I think I'll still Earthquake Thunderbolt this turn. Yeah. Into Kartana. So if my opponent doesn't double protect, I win the game. And that's why I double protected last turn, to scout out for a protect on my opponent's end. Yeah, because Kartana didn't protect the previous turn. So the worst case here is I crit myself onto the Zergatry and knock myself out. If I don't crit, that's fine, even if my opponent double protects. There's just an E-Speed coming out, yeah. So I'm fairly sure I should just win the game because I Thunderbolted the Kartana. I'm honestly kind of surprised to see the Helping Hand instead of the E-Speed Leaf Blade play. And wow, does Arcanine's Berry not get proc? That's crazy. Yeah, so my opponent doubles up into Garchomp, and Kartana does hang on, but because I Thunderbolted Kartana, that's going to be able to pick up the knockout, and now Thunderbolt will go into Arcanine. So, yeah, I don't know. I think if you're my opponent, you should maybe double protect because you know I can't Earthquake safely, or maybe my opponent was just hoping I wouldn't target the Kartana and, like, Thunderbolt Arcanine, but there's no reason to not target down Kartana with both of my Pokemon there. I'm thinking maybe Rock Slide could have been better, but this game was really scary because I felt like the beginning was really good. Especially Mandibuzz being able to hang on, and then I got the extra boost as well with the Tapu Lele. But like I said, the team matchup was like a little bit tricky, so close one in the end, and we are able to win. But yeah, I wonder, like Arcanine was probably 1 HP off of its berry, although I don't think that actually mattered because I had full HP on the Zergatry. Like the game-defining turn was when my opponent basically Z-moved into the Tapu Lele, had my opponent Leaf Blade into Garchomp, that would have been really bad, and that's pretty much it. My opponent went for the Z move there with Kartana that turn. And so my opponent conserved the Kartana really well. I also got fortunate with that 1 HP survival. I don't know the exact damage roll on it, but obviously I'm not complaining. So yeah, that was a really intense game for how good the beginning of the game was. But we're just going to jump on and look for our next opponent. Okay, we're going to find PokeFam from Australia for our next opponent of the day. Running a really cool team of Salazzle, Kartana, Gigalith, Tapu Koko, Porygon Z, and Tapu Fini. So, lots of interesting stuff there. I mean, Gigalith without Porygon 2, although Porygon Z could be Trick Room, like, unlikely, given that there's so many fast Pokemon. Like, you know, Salazzle, Kartana, Tapu Koko 3, the fastest Pokemon you can have, but that's interesting. Porygon Z in itself is interesting, and Salazzle is interesting as well. So, the scariest thing about Porygon Z teams is never knowing what item it runs, because it totally could be Choice Scarf, Choice Specs, although that's not as common, and then the Z move, Normalium Z. And then even with that, it could be Breakneck Blitz, which is Hyper Beam converted, or it could be Conversion. So, yeah, that is all really scary. Mandibuzz Lele, I'm thinking, might be the way to go again. Like, I can't really bring Ninetales in a matchup against Kartana, Gigalith, and Salazzle. Speed control would be nice because Garchomp can kind of blow through the team. Leading Garchomp could be worth it. The more I think about it, actually, maybe Garchomp Arcanine. That seems weird, but I have Helping Hand, Tectonic Rage to one-shot a lot of things. The question is whether I want Mandibuzz. It's tempting, but it's so weak against Tapu Koko, Gigalith, and Tapu Fini, even with the special defense boost. Like, I would consider leading Lele Mandibuzz just for Tailwind pressure. But if it's Z, Koko, I don't know. I need to choose. I'm actually going to go Garchomp Arcanine, Tapu Lele Xurkitree. So, last game I was like thinking about bringing Arcanine this time. Kind of, I mean, a couple Pokemon are similar, but we'll see. I don't know how I feel about this. I think Tailwind would be the safer option, but Arcanine also has speed control with Bulldoze, which is why I brought it. So, not sure if this is going to work out because my opponent's team is very hyper-offensive, which is quite scary. I'm hoping there's a Gigalith somewhere. It's Salazzle Porygon Z. Oh boy. Oh boy. So, like, this is terrifying because I have no freaking clue what that Porygon Z is going to do right now. I am inclined to Bulldoze and Protect right now with Garchomp, but I could also switch out into Tapu Lele to blow a potential Fake Out away. But then that would mean I would decrease my own Arcanine, or my own Tapu Lele speed as well. I feel like if you're my opponent, you Fake Out the Garchomp, right? But that would be so frustrating, like getting faked out with Arcanine. So I guess a safer play actually would be to Tech Rage Porygon Z. And Bulldoze. But Garchomp's just so important in this matchup. Okay, I'm actually going to make a call here and switch out into Tapu Lele and Bulldoze. That just ensures that I'm faster, at least against Salazzle next turn, and we'll see what Porygon Z does here. I could get Hyper Beamed immediately, because it could be Scarfed. But I'd rather lose Lele than Garchomp in this matchup, because Garchomp hits everything for neutral, is super effective. But this is still really scary. I just have no idea. Like, Porygon Z could Trick Room for all I know, which would also be a twist. Wow. I thought that went into Garchomp, but still, that's not good. Okay, just Ice Beam. Okay, that's good. I'm gonna guess that's Scarf then. I feel like you... Are you... Oh my god, I forgot it was 4 times super effective against Salazzle. That's really funny. Oh, that freeze is so obnoxious. Without the freeze, I'd actually be in such a good position. Although, maybe Porygon Z is not Scarfed. Because it went after Salazzle. Like, that doesn't make much sense, right? I could Flare Blitz myself. Ah, that's an unfortunate freeze. Oh well. I'm just gonna Psyshock and Bulldoze again. Yeah. Because it'll knock out Salazzle, and Porygon Z either switches out, something comes in, gets its speed decreased, or it takes damage. But that is an unfortunate freeze. Without it, like, Tapu Lele could just outspeed the Porygon Z. Although, Salazzle, I don't remember its base speed, actually. I'm pretty sure I should outspeed with both Lele and Arcanine right now. Fairly confident about that. So, yeah, I'm gonna guess Porygon Z's not Scarf then, and maybe Spexed. Poster just fell off. But, yeah, if that is the case, that means Lele would outspeed, and then, like, I could just Psyshock Bulldoze for absolutely, like, no consequences here. There's the poster. Salazzle switches out into Koko. That's perfect for me. I mean, it's a Koko switching into a Bulldoze. Terrain will disappear, but that's still fine. And this kind of sets up my Garchomp in the back as well. Yeah, so both Pokemon just staying in, and Bulldoze is doing, like, pretty decent damage, too. Enough where a Flare Blitz might just knock out those Pokemon. Yeah, so does my Lele unthaw? Or find out after Porygon Z move. So it is Z move. Oh boy, that means it might be not Breakneck Blitz. I'm gonna guess it's Conversion then, with the Koko, because then you go Thunderbolt Ice Beam. Oh no, it's just Breakneck Blitz. Okay. Interesting. Going into Arcanine, I'm gonna presume. Yes. So that will definitely knock me out. If Lele unthaws here, that would be very nice. Nope. That's fun. Okay, I'll bring in Garchomp then. So I know the Z move's been used on my opponent's end. I also know that Porygon Z probably has Ice Beam and Thunderbolt. Koko might want to switch out to get rid of the speed decrease, but I'm going to swap out into Xurkitree here. Tech Raging Koko is probably the safe. No. Yeah, I mean, Koko shouldn't be able to knock me out, so I'm actually going to Tech Rage the Porygon Z. That freeze is just really annoying. I mean, like, I don't like complaining about RNG, but I think freeze is just, like, a terrible mechanic competitively. Like, Burn, even Paralysis and Swagger and Confusion, I mean, they got nerfed. Sleep has changed a lot throughout the years, but freeze is just, like, awful, because I mean, it literally makes one slot useless, and you're just rolling dice every turn. Like, if it were better than... The odds were better than 20%, it'd be nice, but, like, with no timer on it as well, it's just kind of frustrating to play around. I considered Flare Blitzing myself, to be honest, but... Yeah, I'm just going to Tech Rage the Porygon Z here, just because I know as Ice Beam I can one-shot Garchomp, whereas Koko shouldn't be able to one-shot me right now. A Porygon Z protects, which I think is a safe and smart play on my opponent's end. So I could have Tech Raged into the Koko, but that's fine because now I'm faster with both my Pokemon, and I can Tail Glow and Rock Slide next turn. Or just, I can do a bunch of plays. Either way, though, Koko shouldn't be able to knock me out, unless it's Specs, Hidden Power Ice. And Modest. It's like the only combination where I go down right now. So, great call by my opponent. I mean, I was really close to Tech Rage in the Koko slot because I knew it was maybe inclined to switch out. Yeah, I mean, that still does a lot. And, yeah, there's just a Dazzling Gleam. So I should be able to survive both of those. Yeah, it is a decent amount, but it doesn't knock me out. And it reveals its Life Orb Koko. So, good information there. Tail Glow Rock Slide is the play I want to make the most right now. But Koko, like, Rock Slide won't knock out Koko. I could also just protect Earthquake. But I want to Tail Glow because I think, like, I don't know. Okay, let's say Koko switches out. Maybe I just Rock Slide Thunderbolt the Koko slot this turn. Yeah. I think Rock Slide knocks out Porygon Z, although maybe not, actually. That might have been overly risky. I think I actually should have Rock Slide Dazzling Gleam just because I don't think it'll knock out Porygon Z the more I think about it. But we'll see. Yeah, I made my moves a little bit too hastily there. Like, Dazzling Gleam Rock Slide is probably the best play. Okay, Koko just switch out. Yeah, into Slazzle. Okay, that's fine. Thunderbolt becomes single target now. Yeah. Although I could have, does it knock it out? No, it doesn't. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. So, Rock Slide Dazzling Gleam probably would have been better because I would have gotten a Beast Boost off. Oh wait, I still get a Beast Boost off. What am I saying? But that was close, because if Koko stayed in, that could have been problematic. Because then Porygon Z would have gotten an attack off. So I think Rock Slide Dazzling Gleam would have been a more optimal play there on my end. So now I'm really curious on what my opponent's last one is, because the Koko is still faster, which is a concern. Dazzling Gleam will just knock out Garchomp. A T-Bolt should knock out the Koko in return. So the big question is, who does my opponent have as the fourth Pokemon? Yeah, 2 turns of freeze is unfortunate. Like, as of right now, obviously, I just have to figure out how to win even with that, but I feel like without the freeze, I would have been in a super advantageous position. Like, Tapu Lele is really good against a frail team like my opponent's, but, I mean, there's nothing I can really do about that other than I could have Flare Blitzed myself. It's actually Gigalith this last one. Okay, that's interesting. I wonder if a +1 T-Bolt under Electric Terrain knocks out Gigalith. I don't think it does, but I wonder. I want to double protect this turn to scout out for Koko Protect. Gigalith's kind of a problem. Garchomp's my only way of actually beating it. The question is whether Xurkitree can knock... Like, whether Koko or Gigalith can knock out Xurkitree. I guess if it's Stone Edges, it will be able to. I want to, like, go off a limb and say, like, Koko's not protecting here. So I think I'm going to Thunderbolt and switch out into Lele. Yeah. Switching into Lele also means the T-Bolt from Life Orb Koko won't knock me out. If my opponent just dazzles, then I just win. Or, yeah, I should just be able to win. If it protects and my opponent makes the call to Stone Edge Xurkitree, then I'm in a tricky spot. A very tricky spot. One that may need Lele on thawing for me to win the game. And I can't count on that right now. Okay, Koko just protects. Then I should be able to just win this. Yes. Yep, so switching into Psychic Terrain there. To make sure that it doesn't get the boost. Procs my berry. Perfect. And now I've got Garchomp against Gigalith for the end game. So despite getting frozen and despite getting caught, like not knowing the Porygon Z set, we were able to win this one, fortunately. Or it's not over yet, obviously. Gigalith could have Wide Guard, but it's already used the Z move, and it's not going to be able to beat 2 Pokemon at once. Because I have Swords Dance as well. And it did go for the Stone Edge, but Xurkitree avoids it. Unfortunate for my opponent. I'm surprised they went for the Thunderbolt and the Stone Edge. Like, that's a pretty hard commitment. I feel like you either want to just protect the Koko and go for Stone Edge, because you know Stone Edge would knock out Xurkitree either way. And if Thunderbolt knocks out Xurkitree, which I assume was what my opponent was going for, Stone Edge just gets redirected into Garchomp. So, I'm not sure that was the most optimal play. But, yeah, I don't know. Like, had the Koko just protected and Gigalith Stone Edge Xurkitree, then I would have been in a potentially losing position, because then the Coco has to make the call. Who do I target? Do I Dazzling Gleam or do I Thunderbolt? And then I have to make the call. Which one does that happen? Do I try to protect Lele, or do I just, Earthquake with Garchomp? And then if my opponent, targeted Garchomp, does Lele on Thaw. So that was really scary. Like, that's why I hate getting frozen, because it makes, like, just playing endgames a lot harder. But yeah. And +2 Thunderbolt actually crits the Gigalith and gets the clean knockout there as well. So yeah, we do finish up with a really solid run with this team. Like, I think I was on the 16, or like very low 1600s back when I restarted Road to Ranked, and I've been using this team since. Pretty nice win streak, being able to put us into like the mid 1750s, 60s as well. So really, really fun time with the team. Thank you to Zelda once again, and huge congrats to him for building and using such a cool team at Worlds. And go check him out, link in the description below. QR code is there, as well as his Twitter. And yep, I'll be using some more top teams from Worlds in the upcoming weeks and days and weeks, and it should be a fun time. So thank you guys for watching this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. As always, leave a like if you did, and I'll catch you guys next time. All right, peace.